Hello guys. Anna here, heart of Match Guarantee. Long time, haven't seen you. I want to congratulate you with Happy New Year 2024, and I wish all your dreams come true. And this is today very special live stream for me because this is not just my wish to you. I'm going to offer something special for you from the bottom of my heart. I want to offer you my help with coming to a place where you want to be from the place where you're right now. And it's a very deep and nice live stream I had. So if you're up to deep topic and ready to dive with me, let's go there. So topic of our video today, this is what killing your relationship with Ukrainian women, actually with any women. And let's start from watching short video.
What should we really be asking ourselves before we start dating someone?
How are my personal insecurities going to ruin this relationship?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's the first and foremost conversation to have with yourself, because we go into a relationship almost blind to our own wounds, and they resurface in the relationship, and we blame them for not providing the medication of a wound that existed before we met them.
That's so true.
When you go in wounded and expect the person to provide you medication, but you don't even tell them what disease you have, we are then going to punish them for everything they do.
Oh my gosh.
You go in expecting them to be the healer or the doctor to a wound that you didn't create, but you don't even tell them of your diagnosis. And as a result, it's destined.
So guys, write me in comments what you think about this video. So what first question you asking yourself when you're going to date someone? How are my personal insecurities going to ruin my relationships? And then you have very honest conversation with yourself, and then you know all the answers, deeply in your heart. And so I see a lot of okay, there is two scenarios. One scenario of guys who doing international dating. One scenario, they actually not in real relationships, they just sitting on paper letter websites, and they think they're in a relationship, which is they in their feelings they going through process of like really experience this relationship. Everything they do, especially like invest in money, right? Their emotions, they build this connection, they feel this is real relationship. And so normally always it's end up with broken hearts, broken wallets. And there is also question to those guys, why I need this experience, why I attract this experience in my life, while another guys, they pretty fast, figure out this is, something wrong with this. They just like in a bigger contact with themselves. And so it just helped them to like sniff some not real things that is going on, and they just quickly quit, and they're looking for some, true way, honest way to meet their partner. But then when you set up, you start a relationship, you meet honest, sincere lady who has the same intentions of building serious relationship and having family with you, and then you come to the point where it's beginning of the journey, right? And we come in relationship with a certain expectations from our partners, that's basically they very individual, right, for every person, because they determine childhood experiences and all things that happen in childhood, in the way how it was set in a family, and sometimes, not sometimes, I would say in most cases, those like beliefs and programming, they not even like obvious to us, it depends, of course, on our self-awareness and level of our developing. But still, even if you're super highly developed person, very consciousness about your life, some programming so tricky that it can be like in a car where you drive, you have this mirror looking back, and there is this dead spot that you cannot see them. They can be set there. And so with all that programming expectations, we come in relationship and we expect to be treated certain way. And the problem that I don't I'm not against have expectations, but it's just like it's about understanding that person next to you, the way she treat you, the way your relationship behave, it's directly connected to your inner world and your beliefs and your subconscious things. I mean, in your mind you want one thing, but there is other level that actually create our life, and this is all programming that come from subconscious level, and that's where your true fears, beliefs are coming from. And so there is always one question when you have situations in life where something unfolding not the way you want to be. What in this situation for me, what I need to learn from this situation, why I'm choosing like this scenario. So there is always quite answers on that. And so the simplest thing that for example, talking about building relationship, for example, love languages, they come also from certain needs of people, the way they feel loved, again based on how they experience being a child in a family, how they felt being loved. For example, if girl was her father was bringing a lot of gifts, just like every time when he come from work or he goes somewhere and then he come back, and I mean some work trip, and then for some time he come back and bring gifts. So her love language is obviously gifts, because that's the way she perceive love, because that's what experience with a figure, with her father. And so that's why it will be very important for her in a relationship. For example, man who is making these surprises, and this is not about expensive things. It's just like matter of attention and making these things. You can see sometimes in profile of ladies, they have this, so probably that's what they experience and that's the way they feel loved. While another people, like for them it's important very much touch love language, or the way they feel loved, because they have very strong physical contact, a lot of hugs and like kisses in the family, right? And so it's just like their body craving to have more physical connection, and so there is 3 more love languages. But then at least when this about yourself, you can express this to your partner, that and partner can be more understanding about your needs, if she feel and then ideally you have some love language in common that allows you to share, to experience feeling of love, just doing same things at the same time together. But then there is it's just maybe like top of the iceberg, love languages. In actuality, we all have, different different childhoods with their, with the different, I would call how it is, traumatic experience. That is, you know, that is very different from person to person. And like when we look back, from adult position, we look there and we like, oh, this just funny, but there's nothing to be offended, or like nothing really, bad happened, right? But really, this is one position, right? But when you look back, I mean, child just proceed how much he can proceed, with his level of development. And so he's making conclusion about worlds and set up yourself, with certain, wiring his brain of perceiving and beliefs, about the world at his stage of development, experience, world around in the way it is, with his limited experience, But the thing that what happening, we grow, we change our clothes to bigger size, right? We grow physically, but a lot of us live in, like in this robotic mode where, our subconscious control almost everything, we just do everything automatically. We continue to live like that, and we just not looking there, back there, with understanding that there is some beliefs that we make as a children, they just now they don't serve us, they actually, they not only making our life, putting in very box, um, that we cannot break through. They, put us in some frames, keep us, in fears, and in basically like our soul crave development, new level of feeling happiness and fulfillment. But then our brain, just his task is very different, which is, keep stable picture. Doesn't matter if this picture, satisfy you or no, but his main task to keep everything safe. And so what happening, you kind of stuck there. And I'm seeing a lot of guys, being paralyzed by fears of, moving ahead. They want, on a soul level, they crave partner, right? Their soul want to experience love, want to experience, relationship, happy relationship. But then their mind, create so much, fears, and like think that, holding them, and and basically they don't know how to deal and what to do with all of that. And I believe that, I believe in think that there is no magic tablet that you can, I don't know, take overnight and then all next day, everything change for the better. I believe in a, constant consciousness desire of, being in this path of your, being in life as a, with attitude of the journey, with attitude, with a desire to develop and to, basically take responsibility for your life and make, start to take small steps towards what's your soul really craving, where you want to be. And so, here am I today, offering you, you guys. I know, from one side, I know, like, men they're very logical. A lot of things that I'm talking now, it's just like landing hard on you. Like, you just like, what is this? What she's talking about? Like, it's. But I know if you listen to me, your soul knows. There is something in what I'm saying. There is something for you, and so I wanted to open this opportunity, and just like, I believe there is, if somebody come to me with a, intention to, to start this journey, and I will be happy to support you, just to heal, your future. Why she will not be, our partners. They are not our healers. For these purposes, should be another person, or you do this on your own. Whatever best work for you. You choose your own instruments, but it's not your life partner. Your life partner, when you open, when your relationship very, like, you're both consciousness people, you can talk to each other, right? And you just can, you kind of, navigate and, like, understand about, like, be more understanding, and just like, I will give you some examples probably to better understand. But anyway, for I believe the best way how we can develop is actually having this, person who have, open heart, first of all, with whom you can feel, you can really open, your and be very honest, that creates this space of love and acceptance and unconditional, love to you, that, you feel free to release everything. And just like, from this honesty with yourself, that's basically where this magic begins. Because just like, magic of conquering your fears, of creating your life of joy. And I believe this is teamwork. Like, people can, it's not like you put this responsibility on my shoulder, and have to, you will take how much you're able to take at this, at this time, how much you're ready, because I said, this is just journey, and you just, step by step, making, new, imagine forest, you was walking, certain way all time, right? But now you have to create new roads there, right? New wiring, new beliefs, and it's all new, very deep, but very high valuable, long-term, job, new foundation that building, that will serve you, serve your wishes, your desires, your, things that you craving, to experience. And so, yeah, this is teamwork of, where I'm giving, but you taking how much you can and implement it. So what I want to show you here, it's, I basically painted it's like that. So what I'm offering, it's transformational coaching. It's video sessions up to 2 hours with me. You can find link in description below to this video to buy me coffee. That's where you can purchase it. And that's how I visualize it. That's what we're doing. It's we bring in in team, as a team, your heart and your brain, because that's what what's happening when you you crave, you want something, but then your brain is sabotaging them. I see a lot of guys just like sabotaging their success, starting a relationship. Some of them even never start because like there is such a huge wound that that need to be healed. It's very understandable for me. I feel, I see people. I'm very big empath, and so in my choice I can just I believe that this person who can actually guide you, it can be only person who who healed who's very holistic on her own, because I'm very not picky, but I'm very trusting my intuition when I choose a person to um, to deal with, to as my coach, to see if she has what she wants to give, right? And so so what is transformational coaching? It's first of all, it's recognizing existing patterns of resistance, of yours, whatever you resist in life, whatever you want, and then you sabotage it, right? And then acknowledge how these partners are preventing you from making progress, and then reframing your thinking about lives and setting up you with new ways of perceptions, of beliefs, and then unlock your possibilities for achieving what you really want. Come to the place where you want to be. And so I guys, I will probably read your comments here now. Why it's not that's right, a man and woman childhood experience shape their adulthood. Yeah, that's for sure. The thing that the thing that the good news, it's fixable. One thing, it's when we live in a perception, this is how it is, and just like we're not flexible. We want to see world how it is, and we're not open to see a different picture, right? So there is reasons, you have some benefits, hidden from your eyes to see that world how it is, that serves you, you have. And so you just continue, and this is okay too, it's everybody's choice how to live, but the thing that as a being adult people, as I say, we change clothes to bigger side, and we can also choose the way we want to believe the world, the way choose our new foundation, of our beliefs that actually working on us, bringing us to a more fulfilled, happy life, while you can still use the same foundation that conclusion that you make about world, that you was in a mother wound, the most strong in programming coming actually from there. How much it's strange it can be sound for you. Let's see what. Transformational coaching is a coaching style that leads the person transform into her best version. Yes, and basically, I have this, this knowledge about myself, pretty much all my life. That way I see how life of people, changing when they engage in with me, with my energy. It's very transformational period, for many people who come around with me, start to engage with me. And there is some people who who is happy, I mean, not happy, but they just like so much stuck there, that for them, mm, you know they don't want, they didn't come, actually they didn't come to the point where they like give up, give up. And that's where actually your growth starts, when you uh like was doing your best to control and to do everything in your life, the best way possible, but you again and again, facing the same situation, going through you know the same experiences again and again, because until you will learn your lesson, understand what's in for you in this experience, it will happen again and again. And so you can be brave enough to, you can come to this point where you're brave enough and just um, you look there, in your deepness, because that's where all your answers are, or you just continue to live life how it is, because for some people this is too big of, too big of stage, too big of step to actually uh, have this honesty with yourself, this connection with yourself. It scares them. I mean, it scares them. Its brain makes them scare them, because they know if they will be start to, look in there and more connecting to themselves, their life will start to change. And so that's what our brain don't want, because he has different vision for us. His main task to protect us and to have us in a stable box, where everything predictable. And even if you know your life looks very different from how you want it to be, it doesn't matter. The main thing is stable. And so there is a lot of sabotaging, our brain create to, to stop us from making these changes, because this is where we're very out of this will be new ways, like I want to walk in the forest the way I was walking for 20 years. Why would I, on other paths maybe will be dangerous, so like our brain wants to protect us. But you're doing buy me coffee consultations, this is text or video consultation? Yeah, I no, it's just platform where it's set. It's a payment gate basically on buy me coffee. Yes, this is video consultation. Video consultation up to 2 hours. And so after you paid it on this platform, you will have window where you can write your request, what you want to work with, and your telephone and email, and I will be contacting you with a scheduling time that work for both of us. And basically we will I mean, I know I use a lot of different technique, but I will be going as much as deep as you able to, to trust me to go to, I don't want to pressure nobody, it can be just dialogue for 2 hours. It can be more, profound technique that like quantum healing session, but it will be after, we will be talking for some time. I hear your request and I will be seeing, where the best way to lead you. And I know, I don't know how you will, relate to this, but I know I'm doing this because God's want me to do that, and so I also stepping up in my fears, of like will have enough English, to be able to help you. But I know this is not, only about English, this is about, um, uh, I know that God will speak to me like now, during all this live stream through me, This is not like I will be just like, it will be coming through me, and we're working with you, this energy. That's what important. And in order for this to happen, it's very important that you come with a, with a understanding, what will be open heart, and just able to trust the process, and that's what I will be doing, my best to help you to relax, because this is important. Because your brain as well, when you come to me, he will be like, he will be building these walls, in order to help you to save things how it is. But we will be working on this very gently, in a time, in a amount, that you're allowing to proceed, how much you can take, and so slowly moving you in a direction that your heart wants, making this is a teamwork for you, right? And I would add here your body too in this triangle, but I didn't find. So your heart, your mind, and your body and action that you do, they all work in one direction that leads you to the place where you want to be. Let's see. Therefore, check for your potential husband or wife childhood experience before go further in relationship. They have negative trauma and need to be healed first. If not, it will be bring issues in the relationship. And I mean, yes and no. Of course, it will be bringing, and I don't believe even with, healing things, you will never have any issues in a relationship. But your journey will be much more easier, definitely, because when you know yourself, first of all, when you know yourself, what you want, you already know what partner you want, you have more clear picture. And when you know your triggers or whatever, and if you have this deep, nice, deep connection with your partner, you're able to speak about those things and, try to make this this journey as smooth as possible. Okay, I will give you some examples. Maybe it will, be very helpful. Like, for example, imagine situation that, like, how it will be in relationship if two people will be more, conscious and more, developed. So wife cook dinner for a man, for husband. He come and he eat and he say, "Foo, it's not tasty." It's like he's angry. I don't know, but so there is two scenarios how a woman can react to this. First scenario, she's she's angry at him. She's upset with him. She's thinking this is really about something about her cooking. She's like. So basically, her mood is also, ruined because of that, and so. And men, we all can be on his place, right? Just because we was in this, you see. So this is first scenario. Second scenario, where she look at this situation like, or he probably had bad day at work. There's something happened, and so she look at him with compassion. and she doesn't see that there is problem in her. She just looking at him as a wounded, I don't know, animal that need now a little bit of love and acceptance, and she's not taking this for her personal insecurities. She doesn't perceive this is about her and her cooking. That's how a healed person would react. Because if she has this trauma of not being good enough, about the way she cook, I don't know, parents tell her that she's not good cooker all her life, she's not housekeeper good, she would take it, if she didn't heal this, she would take it as a personal offense. And so then you see it's already conflict here, right? But then if she will be like highly very holistic person, right? She doesn't have this wound, she wouldn't take it for her. She will just look at him and like, with just compassion and understanding, and just leave him, and let him, take care about his mood when he will be better, right? Because it can happen, right? So this is like, we have this sometimes wings when we can be over emotional in very destructive emotional mode, but it doesn't mean it's constantly what we feel towards person, right? Or like that's really what we think about this food. So that's, for example, this one example that I tried to explain you the way, how this situation would unfold if you healed. So there is another like example I can give you, which is like from like, for example, woman parked and very, okay, this is again about woman, but anyway, very badly parked, and just like her husband, it's just real stories that I know and I like observe. That's why I'm sharing this. And so her husband, make a joke about her parking, and she laugh, and that's how, because they both, this is not their trigger, not their trauma. And then stranger passing by, which is like Western woman, and she tell her that don't allow your man laugh at you, and so and the first reaction, why would stranger, tell this? But then, looking at the situation, so you look at what's driving this woman. So like, instead of, looking in herself and like healing, so basically you understand this woman don't, when somebody laugh at her, she perceives this as a personal offense. This is her trigger, she feels not respected, not like a dummy or something. So instead of probably this woman in relationship, if she behave with a stranger like that, that's what she have in her relationship. Like, instead of healing this wound in herself, she is set up expectations and about her partner, telling him how he should behave with her, like, oh, you shouldn't laugh at me, uh, this is not acceptable to me, So if that's triggering you, this is something about you, and that's where you need to look. This is not about, it's always not about what people do around us. It's about if it's touch us, if it's, because this is like a mirror, people just show us something about us, and this, if it's touch, it's if it's emotional to us, it's always about something in us that actually, by being triggered, craving and screaming, please come here and heal me. I'm here. I'm in pain. Please come here and help me. That's what his trigger is. And so it's just not a solution to tell everybody to like try to change somebody, That's what I'm saying. Also, we come in a relationship, and a lot of people have expectations how their partner should, should be, or how to change, And like they can be in this relationship even for years, expecting this person will change, but this is not where you need to put your attention. This is not person should change. There is changes should be within you, but then it's reflect on other person. It's always duo. It's always connection. Our inner world give us everything around us, give us certain people, certain circumstances, certain um, conditions, life conditions, work experiences, place where we live, everything. My ex hid her trauma very well. I didn't know how to vet her back then. She would not accept wise counseling from me and other complement professionals. She had a feminist victim mindset. Yeah, I mean, feminism also come from pain. There is nothing, it's just very different from, I see, traumas in the West and traumas in Ukraine. They it's something that come with the family, also programming, like in the roots, what was coming, and it's based it's a lot of connected to the history that people living through, the things that happened to them, all this collective memory that was gathered. And so I see there is a different pattern in in the West compared to what Slavic people going through. But anyway, this is good news that it's all can be healed, can be all can be subject to work, and positive changes can be done. Not positive, I would say holistic, because that's where we want to be, right? We want to be living balanced life, right? Where we have, if even stormy day comes, we know how to navigate. We have these strengths, we have this inner power and intuitive knowledge, and to know what to do and how to go through everything. I want to talk what is love as individual, any personality test, will other coaches doing this, like Miriam, as she's working with psychology degree. Maria, no, other, I mean, you can, I don't know about other person. I know what I'm offering you. For me, degrees was never undefined in the way I choose people to work with. It always was only my heart, because I have from my childhood I was always into psychology, and I was actually entering university, but I'm actually happy that it didn't happen. For psychologists, because the instrument that I'm using now, there's nothing wrong with the classic psychology. Don't get me wrong. It's just like everybody choose what works for them. For me now, what I'm seeing, what I'm observing, that classic psychology is just very long way. I see, and I was looking for instruments that can bring us the best results in the shortest term possible, and that's for me quantum healing, definitely. Regression, therapy, phenomenon of white sphere, those methods I've learned personally, and I always test everything on myself and see what's working the best, and that's how I know what's working. And my results, seeing, and Joe, he's been around me, he can confirm, of how many things he observed, like a miracle happen. A lot of things, and I believe, like it's time now, when people more, consciously, they want, if they want to come in a relationship, not just for a relationship, right? They want to really bring more happiness, more fulfillment, and create this union, that is like powerful, that's where two people wins on many different levels. They both this synergy effect, right? It's, again, this is about holistic men's and women's energy. They have very different, they're very different by nature, right? It's not accidentally that we come in different bodies, and we have our strong and weak sides, and like strong and weak, it's just okay, it's some definition from dual world, but anyway, dualistic perception of the world. But it's just when holistic person, woman, meet holistic man, attract each other, and they create union. This is just like, it's so powerful, it's so magical, seeing that project they can realize. And that's what God wants us to be. He wants us to be empowered people who realizing things through him, being his hands in the world, and creating things that works for people, helping them. And so that's what I think couple should be. I unfortunately hear so many stories of like unhappily married people. That's like, some people, I see from people who never been married, and there is no wonder why they have all these examples around them, and that's everything they know. And so of course they sabotaging relationship or being married, because that's everything they see. They asking themselves why they need this. But then I have my personal experience. I'm seeing a lot of couples that we create that happy together, seeing this side of this reality. And I know, like, it was my personal skin how it can be, right? But then I know this is not accident too. It's a work, but it's different type of work. Food could also just be bad. It's just not always when a man saying something. It's anything line under the mind. Sometimes men just straight out honest. Yes, you have to know yourself first. I totally understand and believe in. Once you know, then you know what type of lady you need. Then you get to search. Yes. Okay, this is the same. There's support. You can only change yourself. It's not even like changing yourself, but it's just changing your perception, because this is all decorations about, around us, people, situations, and the only what things we can affect and work with our perceptions, and seeing things, more deeper, understanding what they for, what they serve, and working with these things. And when we learning our language, it just like these circumstances, they they turn very different way. A lot of things just unfolding in a way that we cannot imagine. This happen because when you heal the reason why you want to see this, or okay, it's just it's something that you can really only when you have your own experience. I have these goosebumps, talking about how much miracles I've seen already with my life, with people around, just seeing how dramatically their, in a good way, life changed with this changes within themselves, you know. Anna, those couple that have unrealistic expectations, they have lack of education how to create some stable relationship. If they're well educated themselves, will know how to manage expectations. I mean, those couple, I think, I don't know what you specifically talk about. If men have unrealistic expectations about age gap, you know, there is also behind that something, you know, some traumatic, generally about people. I don't know about, like, should we say unrealistic, you know, it's just about how, you know, you asking us a lot about, like, what instruments we use for matching people, right? And we say in your love languages, which is also come from, you know, from things from childhood. You know, one person love this type of feeling love this way, another this way. It's all connected. But I see a lot of matches by traumas, you know, when people if their traumas matching, you know, they give each other experience that they need, you know. Sometimes it can be quick lessons, sometimes long term, but anyway, it's just like very long story. But yeah, I wouldn't navigate with their definition of expectations of each other. But as in the video she said, and I completely agreed, you know, we have these wounds with us, right? And then we come in relationship and we expect partner to heal these wounds, and partner even not aware of our wounds, right? And then partner just behave the way he behave, and we, you know, have a lot of pretension to him that, you know, he's not, I'm not feeling loved, or I am not this, I'm not this. I will give you my, you know, I believe that this level of self-awareness that Joe and me have, it help us, you know, a lot. I'm not believe, I'm like, just like, it's more than just believe, okay? Help us to navigate through challenges that we have, you know. For example, first time when I observed, you know, his but it's just because my level of development, you know, allow me to catch, you know, those things and just like dealing with them, not from, you know, not accepting it again towards me. That's the example I give you about food, right? When women cook, it's the same, it's just different situation. But when we start to date, at some point he come to me and he become very I don't know, should I tell this? Yeah, but you love, I know, like personal stories. At some point, he become very pushy, pushy towards, like, or like, he started to behave with me that he wants to kind of break up, you know. And I of course, at the beginning, I didn't know how to react. I just like, okay, if you don't want to, you know, I'm okay with this, you know. It's just his decision, so it's okay. But then I don't remember what he's doing. I just like, I mean, the way he was talking, but I remember the way I felt, right? At some point, he come to me then, and he said, you know what, I'm sabotaging our relationship because I started to fall in love with you, and I have this thing that happened in my life when his mother died when he was 11, and he has these beliefs, right, that people that he loves, they live in him. And so when his mother died, he was this child who, going through such a big pain that feeling unfair, why God would take his mother, feeling angry, feeling abandoned, feeling, so many different, you know, painful feelings he had, right? And so in order to protect him again from going again to this level of pain, when he started, to fall in love with me, that, the way he, it was unfolding very beautifully, his brain started to sabotage, and like, because he didn't want him to, again, he wants to protect him from going again through, through this pain potentially, and so brain wants to protect, and so he make him act certain way. But then this, self-awareness of Joy, about what's going on, and that thing that he shared with me, I didn't take it to myself, I didn't take it something wrong with me, he wants to split up, so I don't need you, if I would, if that's would be my trauma, I can take it to myself and just will be the end, right? But I understand from where he comes, and I just, when he openly talked to me about this, it just, like a puzzle, make I understand, and it's just like, was just hug, kiss, and like, I'm here, you don't need to sabotage, it's just beginning of our journey. And I'm aware of this, and sometimes I, when I see some reflection, I know what is speaking in him. This, this boy speaking in him that, feel abandoned, feel, and so this is nothing about me. And just like I'm helping, I'm observing, I'm helping. I'm not his doctor, I'm not his healer, but knowing this about him, it just helped me to understand from where he comes and not jumping in my own insecurities. You understand? So that's what I'm saying. That's what is high, awareness. And when people have this, this deepness in relationship, when they're able to, to have this level of connection and be very open, talking and just going through, I would call it storms, together, and just, helping each other to, deal with these things, looking to in each other's with, like, I don't know, when I am angry, he's not taking this to himself, right? He's understand, okay, I'll just give her space, she needs it, like to take care, do something with to her, like to, to come back in love and peace again, right? I also have my things, but if he would take it towards himself, like, oh, I made something that make her angry, and just start to building up his insecurities, will it work for a relationship? Will it work in a relationship? No, it's just like, when it will be hard, it will be hard. That's why I say this is non-stop journey of you, knowing yourself and working with all of these things, working with your reaction, because this is what your perception coming from, and just seeing, okay, now this thing is like, I'm triggered, what is about, and just go back there and just look in and find the situation and heal your perception, heal things, your emotions and everything. And you have very different perception of situation that happening because of this healed wound. It's not anymore a wound. Why did the Ukrainian government? Okay, we talk about very interesting topic. I don't know, somebody wants to talk about politics, but not here. And besides, this is not true, but anyway. That's right, Jack. Only person can change themselves, and having support just assistance toward the process of changing. Or just in general, everything Teal's one is doing, she's doing a lot of shit. Yeah, I will check out your advice here. And I understand if you're a high power here on the earth. Yes, I'm looking for a creative person, artist, like a person, but I'm same time I want her to know about the universe like you. For I was native and trusting. Life happens, life is real, and test miracles do exist. I've seen countless miracles. All miracles was in you guys, you know. It's just miracle on its own that we was born, and miracle every day happens to us. Every night we go to sleep, and every morning a lot of us, most of us, have this beautiful chance to wake up and start our new day. Live one more day, live our best life, you know. It's a life, it's on its own, it's a gift. Wherever we, you know, understand this or no, some earlier, some later, anyway, it's a beautiful thing that happened to us every day, every moment. And this is our everything in our hands, you know, everything in our power. And you know, we can do a lot of things, you know, on our own, you know, but I see how powerful where I see the biggest powerful changes in my life when it happened, when I actually had, you know, mentors who lead me, you know, with my hand to, you know, taking me from my own, you know, downs, helping me to see what was there, you know. And this is very powerful. And yeah, again, there is a lot of methods, a lot of things, you know, nowadays with internet, you know, we so much like connected all the world. And anything, I mean, you have so many choices, but I just advise you always to choose it with your heart, choose your mentor, your leader, wherever it works best for you, you know. There is you know, two words saying that say the same, you know, but from different people. It just in very different way lands on us, you know, because the most different way that make us very unique and different from each other, it's our energy. And that's what our soul, you know, sense and knows, you know, where with whom to collaborate, whom to choose. But anyway, this is your desire and responsibility. And like if you want to have positive or just changes, let's put it this way, changes in your life, to find this person, to, you know, really be able to open up to her and open up to work on yourself, you know, as I said, not just like find this person and like, no, this is your responsibility to make my life better. No, this is not the case. It's always teamwork, you know. And I know this is the hardest work, you know, to work with yourself. It's much easier to blame everybody and everything around, you know, and live in this victim position. But and a lot of people choose this path, but it's not where, you know, nice quality changes and big, you know, nice things happen with you, you know. Only when you accept yourself as the captain of your life and basically yeah, that's a starting position, you know. of accepting yourself as a creator of everything good and everything bad and good, okay, from dual world, duality, from perception of duality, everything that happened to us. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here with me today and having this deep, nice conversation. And one more time, I remind you to, like, if you want to be in my to engage with me, you can do this in my personal video session that will be up to 2 hours. That's where I gently will lead you and give you how much you can accept, So yeah, it's a link in description below. You can find it's a link to Buy Me Coffee platform, and Anna 7 Healing, it's the name of the page, and it's a product that calls Transformational Coaching Session. Okay. Anyway, I wish you all the best. I wish all your dreams come true in this new year, and we'll be in touch. And since I know a lot of you guys, been subscribing to this channel, you want happy, fulfilling relationship, and a lot of you going through big resistance and sabotaging them. I will be happy, to give you my hand of support and just help you to break it through. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day and see you next Saturday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, right? And press like. I will be happy about that. Thank you.